Hello and welcome to Bangla City SATV News. This is Nahin Tahir with the headlines. US imposed human rights related sanction on RAB and 7 top officials, including IG. Foreign Ministry summons US envoy seeking explanation. European Parliament members urge Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to allow her to take urgent medical treatment abroad. Dr. Murad Hassan was not allowed to enter Canada, has been refused by the Border Agency of Canada at Toronto Pearson International Airport. The United States yesterday imposed human rights-related sanctions on Rapid Action Battalion and 7 current and former top officials of the agency, including Inspector General of Police Benazir Ahmed. The accused were designated by the Department of Treasury under the Global Magnitsky Sanction Program in connection with serious right abuse. The 5 are RAB Director General Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamoon, Khan Muhammad Azad, Additional Director General of RAB, Tofail Mustafa Sarwar, former Additional Director General, Muhammad Jahangir Alam, former Additional Director General, and Muhammad Anwar Latif Khan, former Additional Director General. Besides, the US State Department barred them from traveling to the US. Reports said NGOs have alleged that RAB and other law enforcement are responsible for disappearance and extrajudicial killings targeted opposition party members, journalists and human rights activists. Meanwhile, US Ambassador Earl R. Miller was summoned by Foreign Secretary Masood bin Momen today to convey Dhaka's discontent over the designated sanction. He expressed Bangladesh's disappointment that the decision was taken unilaterally without any prior consultation with Bangladesh government. A European Parliament member has urged Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to grant the request from Khaleda Zia's family and allow her to travel abroad for urgent medical treatment. In a letter to Prime Minister on December 8, Ivan Stefanek said, "In light of Khaleda Zia's worsening health condition that is well documented, they appeal to Prime Minister and her government to grant the request from Khaleda Zia's family and allow her to travel abroad for urgent medical treatment." He added, Bangladesh government needs to adopt a humanitarian approach concerning her necessary treatment. Ivan Stefanek noted that a 2019 Amnesty International report urged Bangladeshi authorities to allow Khaleda Zia access to specialized health care she requires. However, he also appreciated Bangladesh government allowing and providing for more than 9 lakh Rohingya refugees. Controversial politician and lawmaker Dr. Murad Hassan was not allowed to enter Canada. Reports said Dr. Murad has been refused by the Border Agency of Canada at Toronto Pearson International Airport. Dr. Murad Hassan was interviewed by the immigration official at the Pearson Airport when he reached Canada yesterday. He was informed that many Canadian citizens have given objection regarding his entry to Canada. Later, he was sent back by a flight of Middle East. Dr. Murad resigned from a post of State Minister for Information and Broadcasting on December 7. He left Dhaka for Toronto on December 9th night using a diplomatic passport. Two players of the Bangladesh women's cricket team who had tested positive for COVID-19 upon their return from Zimbabwe have been confirmed to be infected with Omicron. Health Minister Zaid Malik said both the cricketers are now in institutional quarantine. They are suffering from fever. However, their condition is stable now. South Africa alerted the world to Omicron late last month, prompting alarm that the highly mutated variant could trigger a new surge in global infection. Maldives labor market is going to open again for Bangladesh. Due to unwritten reasons, the labor market in Maldives has been closed since 2019. However, this opportunity is being syndicated to send people from Bangladesh to Maldives in the name of visit and tourist visa. Though the maximum cost for sending workers legally is Taka 2 lakh, but Taka 4 lakh to 5 lakh is being taken there. And to get a good job needs to spend at least 10 lakhs. Dalia Nilfer brings the update.
Maldives is a country in Southeast Asia in the Indian Ocean. With an area of only 300 square kilometers, the population is only about 5 lakh. The income sector in the country is also limited. The modernization of tourism sector has strengthened the economic backbone of the country within a very short period. Now, the per capita income stands at about $18,000. Maldives has immense potential for a labour market. There are about 1 lakh Bangladeshis in the labour market, both legal and illegal. And a large number of Bangladeshis also working in the infrastructure and tourism sectors. However, many of them do not have valid papers. As a result, they are not getting the right labour price. Highlighting the potential of the labour market, Bangladesh High Commissioner Rear Admiral Murad Hassan mentioned some obstacles.
কিছুটা ধীরগতিতে হলেও তারা রেগুলেশন শুরু করেছে।
However, the labour market for Bangladesh in the Maldives will be open soon, added he. Dalia Nilfer, SATV News Desk.
Welcome back, and you're watching Your Bangla City SATV News. Wikileaks founder Julian Assange moved closer to facing criminal charges in US for one of the biggest ever leaks of classified information after Washington won an appeal in an English court. US authorities accuse Assange of 18 counts relating to Wikileaks' release of vast troves of confidential US military records and diplomatic cables, which they said had put lives in danger. Assange's support cost him as an anti-establishment hero who has been prosecuted by the United States for exposing US wrongdoing and double-dealing across the war from Afghanistan and Iraq to Washington. At the Royal Courts of Justice in London, the United States won an appeal against a ruling by a London district judge that Assange should not be extradited because he was likely to commit suicide in a US prison. A large explosion rocked a Palestinian camp in the southern Lebanese port city of Tyre yesterday night, injuring about a dozen people, according to rescue workers on scene, a Palestinian source inside the camp. The state-run national news agency reported an unspecified number of deaths, but local media and civil defense workers on scene said there had been no fatalities. A security source also said fatalities had not been recorded. Reports said blasts emanated from a Hamas weapon depot in Burj al-Shamali camp, and a judge had ordered security forces to launch an investigation. The security source said the fire had since been brought under control. Police said the areas surrounding the blast had been evacuated and rescue crews had been deployed. NATO's Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg has rejected Russian demands to resign a 2008 commitment to Ukraine that the country would one day become a member of the Western military alliance. The remarks came yesterday after Russia's foreign ministry said NATO should formally scrap a 2008 declaration to grant membership to Georgia and Ukraine, two former Soviet republics. Russia annexed Ukraine's Crimea region in 2014 while allegedly supporting separatist rebels in the country's eastern Donbas region. Russian troops also occupied two breakaway regions of Georgia. In the past few weeks, Russia has moved about 1 lakh troops to Ukraine's borders, surrounding alarm bells in Washington and at NATO's Brussels headquarters. However, the US president urged the Russian leader to take the path of diplomacy to de-escalate the situation or face harsh economic sanctions. 2 doses of a COVID vaccine are not enough to stop people catching the Omicron variant, UK scientists have warned. Earlier analysis of UK Omicron and Delta cases showed the vaccines were less effective at stopping the new variant. But a third booster prevents around 75% of people getting any COVID symptoms. Meanwhile, Levelling Up Secretary Michael Gove, who chaired a meeting with first ministers of the de-evolved nations this afternoon, warned that UK faces a deeply concerning situation. The UK Health Security Agency reported analysed data from 581 Omicron cases and thousands of Delta cases to calculate how effective the vaccines were against the new variant. The analysis is based on limited data but showed a dramatic drop in effectiveness for the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine and a significant drop-off for 2 doses of Pfizer. However, the UK Health Security Agency said vaccines were still likely to offer good protection against severe COVID that needed hospital treatment. Now sports. A ruthless Australia crushed England by 9 wickets to win the first Ashes Test installed just after lunch on a day 4 at the Gabba on Saturday, needing just 20 runs after bowling England out for 297 in the second innings, with Nathan Lyon taking his 400th Test cap. Australia cruised to the target in 5.1 over when Marcus Harris square drove Mark Wood for a boundary. It only took 20 minutes after the lunch break for Australia to take the win. Regular opener David Warner was unstable to bat due to a rib injury he suffered when he was twice hit by Wood in the first innings. Australia will carry a 1-0 lead in the 5-match series into the second test, which starts in Adelaide on Thursday. Before ending, we go through your Bangla City SATV News headlines again. US imposed human rights-related sanctions on RAB and 7 top officials, including IG Foreign Ministry summons US envoy seeking explanation. European Parliament members urge Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to allow her to take urgent medical treatment abroad. Dr. Murad Hassan was not allowed to enter Canada, has been refused by the Border Agency of Canada at Toronto Pearson International Airport. You're up to date with your Bangla City news, and to know the latest in SATV news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with us.